2.
Welcome.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I'm still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up.
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
LoveLine's meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
You do this weekend?
Soccer. My kids started their soccer season, so both my two sons and my daughter all playing soccer. So it is a soccer day.
Are they on the same team?
The boys are. And then school's starting tomorrow for them. So it was open house and getting their stuff together, their clothing. It was great.
It's weird when you're a kid. It's like just one big planned activity after the next.
Oh, yeah.
And you just get kind of...
Carted.
Yeah. From one thing to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Are they into the soccer?
The boys are just totally into it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a different era.
Yeah, exactly. Football was a thing for me, but soccer's clearly their deal.
My folks, my family always wanted me to play soccer, not football. But this is 1978, 75,
Ugh.
And I was like, hey, I was like 11, and I said, I don't know if you've read the papers lately, but soccer for pussies. I don't know what you're trying to pull here, folks, but I ain't no pussy. And soccer in the mid-early 70s around the Valley, not a huge sport.
I bet not.
Not at all. And also, it didn't offer the kind of contact that I craved as a youngster.
How old were you when you started football?
I started playing football when I was 7.
No, and you craved contact?
I played organized football at 7.
Because you craved contact?
No, I just loved football.
At 7?
7, I had pants on and was ramming into other guys.
I understand that part, but the desire to play part is what I'm questioning. That you conceived of what football was, craved the contact, wanted to play that sport.
Yeah.
Wow.
No one in my family wanted me to play.
I bet not.
I mean, when I was 7.
I still don't like it.
No, thank God I don't play as much as I used to. And I played 7 years of Pee Wee.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. So, here I am. Look at me.
See that study that came out on head injuries? Did we talk about that last week?
We brought it up, yeah except for because of all the head injuries I've had.
Right.
I've forgotten what we were talking about.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's not good for you.
No.
And back when I was playing, too, the whole idea was hit the guy with your head.
Right.
They now call that, they sort of made that illegal now. I mean, coming in head first.
Right.
But not back then. Here was their plan. While the guys have primitive apparel and primitive equipment and almost no padding amongst the in the head area, let's go ahead and use their heads. Now that we have sophisticated helmets, let's stop using the head quite as much.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And water was a no-no back then, too. They didn't believe it was good for you. I didn't drink any water from 7 till it was almost 16th birthday. I had a sip of water. Nicole?
Yes?
You're 20.
Yes.
What's going on?
Oh, we did that movie over the weekend, too.
Oh, we did a movie on Friday, me and Drew. Oh, hold on, Nicole. I'm big time. I was at Bill Maher's party.
Oh, yeah, how was that? We had soccer instead of that.
It was like the first sort of Hollywood party I've been to ever.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of celebrities.
Hanging out.
Getting drunk, smoking pot. It was real Hollywood. There were a bunch of... Gary Busey was there, and, of course, Bill Maher was there. Larry Flint was there. Had an interesting conversation with Larry that basically went, hey, Larry? Yes. Last time you were on the show? Yes. You promised to send me a Busty subscription? Yeah. I never got that. Okay. That's my conversation with Larry. And Larry was genuinely upset, though. It was funny. I go, I don't want to bust your balls, Larry, but, it's been about 4 or 5 months since we've talked last, and I'm really kind of missing that subscription you promised me. And he went,
Yes, I don't know what happened. I'm upset. Not only will I get you the subscription, but I'll get you all the back issues you missed.
Oh, my God. Hey, he was on the beach, right?
Yeah, it was right in Malibu.
How did he deal with his the golden wheelchair?
He didn't hit the sand.
I see.
He put paddle tires on his wheelchair and he wheelied along the
But
sand.
that movie was pretty interesting on Friday. That was fun.
Yeah, Drew and I did some movie. I don't know who's in it. Brooke Shields and somebody else, right?
It's going direct to the video, isn't it? With us?
I would assume, yes. Nicole?
Yeah.
You're 20.
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
Well, my problem is that I've been with my boyfriend for a year, and he can only perform for like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, is this normal, or,
Have you discussed this with him?
Yeah.
And what does he say?
Well, I mean, he just feels really bad and ashamed that he can only go for that long.
But he can only have intercourse for 4 minutes.
Yes.
But he can do other things, right?
Yeah.
Does he do those other things?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the big problem with the guys who can only perform for 3 minutes or 4 minutes or a limited amount of time. If the guy put in 15, 20 minutes in other places using other parts, women wouldn't really have a beef, because soon as you do that, you're sort of on the clock sexually. You know what I mean? But you cannot skip foreplay and then perform 3 minutes.
Right.
You must do 27 minutes of foreplay, perform 3 minutes, and it's like, hey, I logged a half hour. Put that down in the little box, that little sex box, when you're filling out the form on the side of the bed there. Well, put me down for 30 minutes.
Is there any way, like, you can overcome this? Or?
Yeah, he needs to get busy with all other aspects of it.
Well, how about him managing himself a little better?
How often do you guys have sex?
Not that often.
How often is not that often?
Well, we've been together for a year, so, I mean, we probably had sex like 10 times out of the year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's still with you?
Yeah.
And, okay, but did you guys start having sex 6 months into the relationship?
Or 10 days ago?
Like before when did we start?
Oh, Jesus Christ. First call at night, I'm ready to kill myself on Sunday. How often are you two getting it on? Jesus Christ.
For probably like 6 months.
6 months. So you've done it 10 times.
So twice a month.
In 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's like 1.74 times
a month
you guys get it on.
Yeah, probably.
So it seems like if you did it more, maybe you could hit a little rhythm.
Okay.
Why do you do it so sporadically?
Because we're busy, and I don't know, sex is not like a big thing, but like when we have it, it's obviously not a big thing.
How do you have a relationship where you've known someone for a year, you're, friendly or intimate or whatever for 6 months, and then you begin to have sexual intercourse, and you're on a, once every 3.5 week clip?
I don't know. I'm not like really into it.
You're not into it?
No.
All right, so maybe he senses you're not into it, and he just wants to, sort of get in there and get out of there.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Well, what's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Well, you're 20, right?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 20.
Usually once the ripcord is pulled on a couple of 20-year-olds, that's it. I mean, you have to quit your job to get start taking vitamin B shots. I mean, Drew, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that would be true.
You're 20 years old and you just start into that new sexual relationship. You may not see the light of day for a couple of weeks. You guys just doing it once every blue moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why don't you do it more often? Maybe you'll establish a little rhythm, okay?
Okay, I'll tell him that.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Nicole. Well, she was a wealth of information there, Nicole.
Moved right along.
What a fever pace. Leslie.
Hi.
You're
wow, I'm really glad to be on.
26,
I love the show.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
that's great.
I totally love it. And
Thanks.
I think you're hilarious. Adam and Dr. Drew, I think it's great that he's on air, like, telling people what he is, because it's important information to know.
What's going on?
Well, like I told your screener, I have a relationship addiction. And I know it's been like my bottom line kind of problem for years, ever since I was like 17, and I'm just like at my wit's end about it.
Well, stop putting labels on us. Tell us what you do.
Tell you what I do.
Yeah.
Well, mainly, I guess I'm pretty much only attracted to people who are pretty
screwed up.
screwed up, damaged. And then I just get obsessed with them, and they're the only people I'm interested in having a relationship with, and the relationship is doomed, but I just get into it anyway.
How did you get all this insight into what you do?
Well, actually, I've been in recovery for years.
Recovery from what?
Originally from drug addiction.
What drug?
Well, pretty much anything, but, heroin is what I ended up.
All right, so your parents were addicts or alcoholics?
Yeah.
Both of them, or just dad?
My stepdad is a sex addict, which makes sense.
Did he do something to you?
I don't think so. I mean, there was, nudity that I didn't want to see, and there was, sex that I didn't want to hear.
Okay, that's doing something to you. Okay.
Yes. Thank God my parents had the good taste never to have sex.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought it was pretty rude that I could hear them.
Well, it's not good for you.
And inappropriate talk.
Yeah. It's got to be rough just in general to have a stepdad who's a sex addict.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that till after he got into recovery, and now he's been in recovery for years.
Do you think you're a sex addict?
Am I? I don't think so. I would just say relationship addict, but the sex is definitely part of the glue that keeps me involved in it.
Why aren't you just calling yourself a severe codependent?
I guess I could do that. And I've actually been to CODA meetings and Al-Anon and
Leslie, hold on.
Yeah.
Call yourself a codependent for Drew, would you?
As long as we're using labels.
It would really make him happy.
No, but listen.
Don't you want to make Drew happy?
How about ACA or something like that, or Al-Anon, with those sorts of meetings?
Well, not to be argumentative, but I have done those, on and off for a while.
And you got a sponsor, and you worked the steps.
I have a sponsor in NA, which is my primary fellowship. But like I said, I'm just at my wit's end because it doesn't seem to be getting any better.
What about getting some therapy then?
Yeah, I've done that too.
How many years did you go for?
I've been going for years on and off. I mean, I guess I knew this was what you would say.
All right, but listen, I got an idea, because we get a lot of these calls with the therapy on and off, with the program on and off, and AA on and off.
Well, she's been well involved in NA.
Well, okay, but here's the deal. Let's just liken it to a physical thing, like working out.
Right.
Like, let's say someone's calling and saying, listen, I keep yo-yoing. I'm overweight. I can't lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I was thin for a while, and then I put the weight back on.
It's the same exact thing.
And you said to them, well, how about eating right and working out? And they go, well, I tried to eat right a couple of years back, and I did a little working out for a few weeks. But lo and behold, look at me, I'm a slob again.
Exact same thing.
It's like, okay, but you'd be an idiot if you were going to try to talk someone out of, someone who's telling you to exercise and eat right. You'd be an idiot to go, well, I worked out 2 years ago.
Right.
I'm still a little chubby. That was a couple of years ago. It seemed to work at the time, but I'm not interested. I'm past that now. No, it's the same thing. If your stepdad was a sex addict, he saw a lot of weird stuff, he heard a lot of weird stuff, maybe he did something weird to you, you're going to need a little work. You were a junkie, for Christ's sake, into heroin. It's going to be an ongoing thing, just like someone who wants to get in shape.
That's
it's
right.
kind of a everyday thing.
That's right. You're going to, and the deal with a therapist is that you learn to establish a trusted, open relationship with somebody who doesn't engage in these same dances that you were so committed to, and you learn that you can have those relationships. You have a safe place to connect with, and sort of give you the strength to assert yourself more properly and to tolerate real vulnerability and real intimacies that you might not otherwise be able to tolerate.
Ryan?
Yeah, hi, I'm 21, and I wanted to let you know I really like the show.
Thanks.
I've been feeling spaced out, tired and anxious and lightheaded on and off all day for the last 5.5 weeks, and this started when I was in Europe this summer.
Started while you were there?
Yes, at the tail end of my trip, like the last 2 weeks, and I was there 2 months. And when I got back home, a doctor prescribed me 0.25 milligrams of Xanax for anxiety, and I took a blood test, and that came back okay. Now I'm at the University of Arizona, and I'm still feeling on and off like a zombie, and my eyes are kind of sensitive to light. It has not been as intense the last couple of weeks. Do you think I should go to a doctor down here or wait to see if this thing goes away, or...
Well, you were evaluated medically to make sure that it wasn't some sort of medical problem, like thyroid condition.
No, actually, he checked me out for thyroid.
Yeah, so you were evaluated. So the probability of this being a medical problem is relatively low, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, now, to be checked again is reasonable, just to make sure that nothing else sort of presents itself. Okay, because sometimes these things are not obvious at first, and as time goes along, there's more clues or more signs of what's actually going on. But if there is something medically causing this, believe me, it presents itself. It's not like you need some real weird, sophisticated study to figure out what's going on, because what you're primarily describing is anxiety.
Yeah.
And you're right in that age, that sort of 18 to 22 transition, when anxiety and depression really start to become common symptoms. And and obviously your doctor thought that's what you had, and they prescribed an anti-anxiety medication. And you're going to be at U of A how long?
Well, I just transferred here, so probably another couple years at least.
All right, so you might go to the Student Health Services, get evaluated, get connected with them. They probably refer you to a therapist or somebody to get this sort of nailed down a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just playing a hunch. Did you visit Amsterdam as long as you were there?
Yeah, actually I did. It was really fun. I didn't smoke any marijuana, though. My brother did, but yeah, it was definitely an interesting town. The red light district and everything. You'd probably like it.
You, Adam, yes.
Yeah, you know me. I love banging the prostitutes. Jesus Christ, speaking of the red light district, go to Bill Maher's party. I felt like I was in a red light district over there.
Why?
Well, it's got a lot of young chicks running around there, of Asian descent, too. He likes those. I think he does. It was really weird. It was a little surreal. I shouldn't have got stoned. You get stoned and you're sitting there talking to Larry Flynn. It's there's some Asian chick sitting across. There's one chick with a huge rack and wearing tight pants, and it just looks like some kind of Bangkok whore, right? And I was saying to her, "What do you do?" And she goes, "Marital counselor." No. And I thought, like, my mind started, like, I was thinking. Okay, what's that mean? Like I was trying to read in between the lines. Like I was, I thought,
surrogate.
You sleep with the guy,
Right,
and he blows a little steam off with you, and then he goes back to the wife and kids, and then she started talking about training at UCLA and being involved with clinical studies and stuff. And I was still like, how are you banging these guys in a clinical setting? And I couldn't. It took me a week to get over it. I couldn't take it. Hey, Ryan, are we going to U of A?
Yeah, on October 1st. Yeah.
That's right.
And
2 weeks.
I just had another quick question. I was wondering, I am on at the campus radio station, KMP, and we'd love to interview you down here. Would you guys be interested in something like that?
It's okay with us. I think we're in KFMA down there, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think it has to be sort of cleared by them, I would suspect.
It does?
I suspect.
Well, listen, can't you just, like, show up at the gig with a recorder and talk to us while we're eating?
Yeah, I could try that out.
That sounds good.
Do that.
Broadcast it later or something.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Great.
We'll remember you.
We're going to go see KFMA, too, while we're down there.
Okay, great. And,
what place are we going to be in over there?
It's Centennial Hall, just the main place on campus to go, and George Carlin's going to be here in like a week or something.
That son of a bitch, trying to steal my thunder. All right, well, is it how many seats?
Actually, I've never been inside. It's my first semester here. So.
I think I spoke there.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan. Hey, Ryan, don't kill yourself before we get out there.
No, don't worry. I won't. I'll do it after.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that night, whatever.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Fabian?
Yes.
What's going on? You're 21.
Yeah, I'm living up in San Francisco, and I recently started dating a girl up here, and we've been seeing each other for about a month. And the other week, about a week ago actually, we were talking, and when I first had met her, we had sort of discussed amongst ourselves, when you first starting to see someone, trying to find out like all the people they've been with and everything, and I haven't been with a lot of people, maybe 2 or 3 girls before her, and we started sleeping together. And then the other day we were joking around, and I don't remember how it came up, but STDs came up, and we were in the car, and all of a sudden she said, "I have an STD," and I look at her, and I'm surprised. I thought she was joking with me at first, and then she starts talking, and I ask her, "Well, what is it?" And I'm a little angry by this time, and she says, "I have HPV, or genital warts." And she's like, "Well, I haven't had it in a year and a half. There haven't been any outbreaks, but I've been to the doctor." And so the whole ride home, I'm quiet, and we get back and we discuss it, and I pretty much tell her, look, I feel like you've lied to me. You know, I feel betrayed.
Why?
And what?
Why?
Well, because they had sex first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
You didn't tell me
I
till-
didn't get that piece.
Yeah,
but
did you didn't tell me till after we had started having sex.
Did you wear a condom?
Right.
Yeah, I wore a condom the first time.
All right, so
I got to be honest with you, Fabian. I had a chick tell me that she had the warts. I think it was warts. It was something. I don't remember. Probably warts. After we had sex, I had a condom on. She was like a model, and I was still thankful. I was like, hey, okay, I understand, but I'm still very grateful that you had sex with me.
It doesn't matter if you have a condom on. It's like if there's any bodily fluid exchange, then there's a possibility of contracting.
There's a possibility, but it's much, if the condom is covering the entirety of your penis, it's much less likely.
You gotta, instead of wearing
we did have unprotected sex.
as opposed to wearing like a summer condom where it just goes halfway down, like a midriff.
Basically, if you're going to be young, in urban center, and sexually active, you're going to get the Wart virus. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
That's just the way it works. That's the way the data shows.
Let me, all right, hold on, Mr. Dada. Let me tell you something. I'm young. I think I've lived in
you're
urban.
older. You're older.
I'm old. Okay. I was young, right?
I bet if we poured that acetic acid and did the woods light and everything,
bring it on.
We'd find something.
Bring it on.
I couldn't tolerate that.
I'll do it right here on the air.
I couldn't tolerate that.
What are the?
I'll put my penis up against anyone.
I bet we'd find it.
Bring the vinegar and the dark light.
I'd rather not.
I swear to God, I'll do it.
I swear to God, I'll be sick if I do it.
I'll put an afro on the end of my penis. You'll think it's Jimi Hendrix. You think it's a blacklight poster and you're back in college. All right, but well, hold on a second. Wait a minute.
Faggot better.
True. Wait a minute. Now, I was young.
Yeah.
I lived in an urban center.
I'm saying you probably haven't. You got to let me.
What are you talking about?
Let me do the test.
I have lived with this penis on and off again. Sometimes, in a fairly rocky, tumultuous relationship. Granted, but I've lived with this penis for 35 years. Never had a wart on it. Now, wouldn't I have had a wart by now?
Not necessarily.
Yes, but probably.
Probably, but it's also probably the case that you've got some Wart virus, or you've had it, and also it burns out too. It goes away over a period of time. That's the newer data.
Never had a wart. Never had a wart. All right?
Yeah.
Jackass. And number two, I've never been with a woman. Except for that one. I've never been with a woman except for that one who ever said anything about it. So
and that was that was unprotected?
No, that wasn't unprotected. I know you wish it was unprotected. But
all right, let's get on with it.
The point is this is not as prevalent as you're making it out to be.
All
right. Fabian?
Yeah.
The only thing I worry about this whole thing is her saying to you, oh, by the way, I have this, and condom doesn't always cover it.
Right.
She may be making a little statement to you like, hey, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Do you think...
Well, and...
She's the one. At first she said, I would rather have unprotected sex. It feels better.
Oh, boy.
And the first time we did, I said no.
All right, but how's it going with her now?
Well, now I feel like I've been betrayed by her.
I know, but does she like you still?
Yeah.
She does?
Yeah, she still does. But I don't know if I want to keep a relationship with someone that's going to keep things from me, and because I don't know. I mean, we haven't been even seeing each other a month.
All right. Listen, she did volunteer it. It was after you had sex. You had the condom on.
Well, then they did it once without the condom, though.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
All right.
See, in her head, you see the story she's given him is, I've controlled. There's not present. There's no warts. I haven't had a quote outbreak. Warts not like herpes.
I know, but listen.
In other words, not having an outbreak doesn't mean not contagious.
I know, but you got to. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt here. You're a 21-year-old girl. You know it's different for girls than it is for guys. You had something a year and a half ago. When you're 21, that's a million miles away.
Yeah.
Now you're 19 and a half. Now you're 21. You haven't seen any outbreak in quite some time, and you're just going to give yourself the benefit of the doubt and try to avoid an uncomfortable conversation. I'd give her another shot. And besides, with Fabian's track record, he needs it. He's not getting anywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're done. We're going to break.
Oh, I got to talk to Leonard for a second. Leonard?
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend is meeting other guys on the internet?
Yes.
And she wants an open relationship?
Yep.
Okay, hang on there, Lenny.
Yeah.
We'll explain what an open relationship is after this.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like me.
Hey, this is television's very own Jeremy Piven from Cupid. I want to tell you about sex and condoms. If you're talking about sex, you better be talking about using latex condoms. Help reduce the risk. Get some latex condoms and use them. Use them often. Whenever you have sex, please put them on. Thank you.
Brought to you by Westwood One and Trojan, America's #1 condom. Trusted for over 80 years.
You have 5 seconds.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1.
WEBN.
Suck on this. LoveLine.
All of my most sensitive areas were inflamed.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
WEBN.
Women do.
Yeah, I know. She gets pissed if I don't bring them over to introduce after I'm done talking.
I was just talking to Drew about the party, the scene. I don't know if anyone heard, but the scene was made by me in Malibu yesterday. My highfalutin Hollywood friends. Kato, Kalin, downtown Julie Brown, Victoria Jackson, just to name a few. Alan
How's
Thicke.
Victoria doing?
Huh?
Victoria Jackson is
She was living in Florida last time.
as nutty as ever, but nice as hell. Yeah. Very, very friendly.
Something's wrong with his testicle?
That is her, everybody. Now you know who we're talking about. And I told, as I was saying earlier, I talked to Larry about getting my Busty subscription. And you know the thing I like about Larry Flynn? He said he'd been listening, and Drew's been getting a little out of hand, and he wanted to come on and knock you down a little bit. He said he was going to run over you with his wheelchair.
With what? What particularly bothered him?
I don't know. He just said that Drew's been getting a little out of hand, and he thought it was time to come on and set the record straight.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, had a nice talk with him, and a very serious conversation with him about my Busty subscription, which is kind of funny, but it's all business to him. And then Larry, Larry has like a bodyguard / chauffeur / wheelchair chauffeur. The guy who pushes him around and, looks after him. And that guy's also like part secretary. So after I was talking to Larry about it, I walked back in the house like 10 minutes later. I walked by the guy, and the guy stopped me. And he said, what magazine was that? I said, that's Busty. He went, Busty? I went, yeah. And he went, okay.
So funny.
I just want to start laughing halfway into it.
I bet you I know what Larry's up to in terms of what I say that bothers him. He is into the notion that anything is okay for anybody.
Right.
Just whatever.
Sure.
So his whole notion of health versus ill health, which is fine with me, by the way. But if we want to talk about what's healthy and what makes people happy, that's what I try to talk about.
All right. Well, Larry seemed happy. Leonard?
Yeah.
All right. So you're 18.
Yeah.
You sound depressed.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend has said she wants an open relationship.
Yeah.
And how old is your girlfriend?
She's 18 too.
Mm-hmm. Now, Leonard, I hope you're sitting down, because when a woman says she wants an open relationship,
she wants a closed relationship. She wants this relationship closed.
Right.
Finished.
Right.
Yeah, because
yeah.
I've even told her that I got really angry with her this one time that she got home like at 2:30.
Oh, not a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, you know what, it's over, forget it. And then she's like starts crying and beg me like, no,
Yeah.
I want you to stay with me and all this crap. So
Leonard, here's the thing. She is a very chaotic woman, and she will spread chaos into you and your life and your relationship. And when you're 18 and you got a boner, you don't know. Yeah. You're just totally confused. You're all left up. You don't have the brain power at 18. And by the way, you don't have it at 21 or 25.
Or 28.
Or 28, really. I mean, looking back on my own life, only in the last, let's say, 6 to 8 weeks have I been able to figure any of this stuff out. But the point is if you're attracted to a woman and there's a serious physical attraction, and then you're having sex and you're working the relationship that way, and she starts getting a little chaotic, a little nutty, a little crazy, you will jump right into the middle of that.
And intellectualize and figure it out.
You get
do whatever.
You get whacked out and screwed out. 18-year-old guys do not have the emotional capacity to be objective enough about a relationship to figure out whether to go or whether to stay or what's best for them in terms of health. So they will, it's like one of those Bugs Bunny cartoons when the cat and the dog get in a fight and it just starts spinning around. There's just that cloud where you see like a paw flying, and then once in a while like the cat pokes his head up and you see the dog paw pull it back down into the cloud, and a bunch of little zingers flying from it and stars and everything. You'll just get right in the middle of that, and then that's that.
Yep, that's it. You're there.
You're there. So
close it off.
Close it off. She's chaotic. Yeah, I want an open relationship. Now I'm going to come home drunk at 2:30 in the morning and cry because we've ended things.
Yeah.
I guarantee Leonard will dance with her for another 6 months, but it'll be all wasted time.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you've learned something from it. Mindy?
Or from this phone call.
Yeah, hi.
Well, it won't be a waste of 6 months. You really learned a valuable lesson. You're 17.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, unfortunately, it'll take 6 more relationships just like this to really learn the lesson.
Maybe 8. Go ahead.
I've had this best friend for like my entire sophomore year. And towards November last year, she started cutting, like self-mutilation, like seriously. I was there for her the entire time. And towards June, she started to completely ignore me, and I'm not quite sure why.
All right. So you don't talk to her now?
She's like in all my classes. It's kind of...
Have you tried? Yeah, but you don't talk to her now?
No, I do, but like when I go up to her, it's like I'm committing this like mortal sin speaking to her.
Did you ask her what?
Oh, okay. But so what I'm asking, Mindy, is you don't, not that you don't attempt to talk to her now, but just that you don't have a relationship with her now.
It's weird because I asked her about it. I'm like, why do you ignore me? She's totally like denies it. She's like, I'm not ignoring you.
Are you sure she's not on some medication or something that's making her sort of react differently than you're used to?
She was on Zoltal for a while because she...
Yeah, but she may be on something stronger now. I mean, when people are cutting, usually somebody will try to intervene, and pharmacology is part of that intervention.
Yeah.
And that can make people seem rather flat.
Yeah, but she's not cutting anymore. She got like this fabulous new boyfriend.
Well, she's not cutting because she may be on medication, and maybe she'll tolerate a relationship because she may be on medication.
All right, but listen, Mindy.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I care.
She's crazy. What do you want?
No, she cares about her. Come on.
No, she doesn't. Listen, I understand friends caring about friends that are, ruining their lives with heroin or booze or, who are cutting on themselves or something. But once they're not drunk or cutting or bleeding or something and they're just looking at you going, hey, the bell rang. I got to go to class. See ya. There's really not much you can do at that point. Just leave her alone. That's it. What's up with you, Mindy?
I don't know.
Don't you have other friends?
No.
Why do you need projects? It's like I invested all this time in this girl. She was cutting on herself. I was there for her, and now here's how she repays me.
It's just she has no reason, or she hasn't given me one.
She may not have one, and she may not.
But whatever it is, it's the way she feels.
It's the way she is. Even if she's not aware that even having any feelings about this is just where she's at right now.
Yeah. Here's lesson number 2, because it's Sunday night. That's lesson night, kiddies.
Yeah.
Do not dissect everyone looking for a reason, because here's the bottom line. The answer is no, and it doesn't matter if the answer is no because they hate you or they love you too much or whatever it is or anything in between. It's just the answer is no. Don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Don't want to be around you. And that's another thing that happens. You get older and you just go, yeah, all right. And you just go away. And someone says, why don't you talk to Earl anymore? And you go, I don't know. Don't care. Moved on. I mean, you got to do that.
Yeah.
And that's what this person wants.
It's unfortunate that when you're really tightly involved with people from your childhood.
It is. But don't you remember needing to know the answer?
Oh, yeah.
Why? But why? But why? Why did we break up? Why? She said she loved me, or why? Why did we stop talking? We were best friends.
Inherent in every why is, I'm going to do something about that why.
Oh, sure. That's what it says.
Then I can figure it out, and then I can change it.
Right.
But the why is because. Accept it.
Yeah. You get older, you stop asking why.
Because you know you're not going to change it.
It is?
Yeah.
And you just get tired.
Yeah.
You start asking why about other things.
Like what?
Like, why do I drive...
Am I such a loser?
Why do I drive a $40,000 car and when I rewind on the cassette deck, the radio doesn't come back on? And I got to wait for 20 minutes for this 90-minute tape to rewind. When in 1983, when I used to drive into Silver Lake with my stoner friend John
Your Toyota
to
truck?
do construction in his VW van that had a like a 1979 Blaupunk stereo in it, that whenever he rewound the tape, the stereo would kick on immediately, so you'd be listening to whatever it is you wanted to listen to until the thing clicked and you were fully rewound. Why? Why? Those are the whys you ask, right, Drew?
Very important.
Does your car do that?
Yes.
It does?
Drives me crazy.
It shuts off the radio?
Yes.
Why?
It's nuts.
This technology's existed for 20 years. You got a $55,000 goddamn car. They couldn't work that in? Insanity, I tell you. Sheer insanity. Clarissa,
Yes.
you're 20.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
What's up, Clarissa?
I placed the baby up for adoption about 16 months ago, and both the father and I have a history of, drug and alcohol abuse. And I was wondering if that, trait or gene is going to be passed down to my son.
With about 50% probability. Now, the good news is that not only have you made a great choice...
You guys aren't raising him. That's the good news.
That's the really good news, is that even if he inherits...
Oh, Drew,
really,
don't be cruel.
No, listen, because you made a courageous choice, and even if the child inherits the gene, if he or she is raised in a very stable, nurturing, connected environment, even if the disease develops, it will not develop as intensely. It will develop later in life. It will develop usually in a relationship with a less addictive drug.
Yeah.
So, yes, he probably there's a 50-50 chance of inheriting the gene, but the severity of the disease, you've done your job in terms of decreasing the risks inherent in somebody who has that gene.
I'm very confident in his parents. They're wonderful people.
Well, God bless you for doing what you did.
Yeah, I'm like best friends with his mom. I love her to death. We have a very close relationship.
But you served your time for 9 months. You went through the pain of giving it up.
Yeah.
And you did it on behalf of the child. I think it's fantastic.
All right, do you see the kid?
Oh yeah,
Uh-oh.
he's beautiful. I see him all the time.
How's that work?
It was a very, very open adoption.
That weirds us out.
How's
a
that
little bit.
work? That sort of co-opting the kid.
Well, I'm moving across the country.
Oh, good.
So, because I figure I don't want to put him getting to know me.
You're right.
And him not understanding who I am.
Or leaving, yeah, good.
But to see him, because we set up a little meeting thing, 3 days after he was born, and then I saw him, every couple weeks. And I'm just kind of, weaning away, I guess.
I think you're, okay. I look at this more like a weaning on, personally.
But you know what?
I don't have the urge to see him as much as I did when he was first born.
You know what? This should be studied, frankly, because it's possible.
I've studied it.
No, but maybe that weaning that she experiences helps the child process the loss, or it could rekindle it every time, make it a lot worse. But somebody needs to study that. I don't think it's ever been studied.
All right, does a kid have a biological bond with mom?
Yes.
They know which one mommy is?
Yes. Is it,
if you got a 1 week old and there's 3 chicks.
But, yes. They'll figure it out.
They know mommy, or they just go for the biggest rack?
Both. No, they tend to know.
They tend to know mommy.
Yeah, but...
Should mommy be far away, though?
But
Isn't it confusing when new mommy comes in?
That is the question. Should it be just an abrupt cutoff or a slow, I don't know.
Oh, it should be. Listen, when you give a kid up for adoption or decide to, when you have the baby, it should go right from you to the new parents, and they should take them home, and they shouldn't leave any forwarding address. They're raising it now. It's their kid. And you hanging out with the kid, I think, is just going to create some sort of bond that's going to have to be broken.
It might or it might help them process through the one that was already there.
Looking at their little infant?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you think 9 times out of 10 they just want to be with that infant?
I don't know, Adam.
Would you trust a woman that didn't?
No, Adam, your point is well taken, but I just don't know and study it.
Well taken where?
In the keister. What do you mean to do?
Thank you very much. Just bend over and take my point, would you?
I don't know.
Hold still.
Let's go to break.
Carson, I don't even know what the hell that thing is. What is that?
Anderson.
I was thinking MTV.
I don't know.
Play that again.
I don't know.
Okay, don't play that one because like I don't know what it says.
I don't know.
Does it say I don't know? All right, we'll take a little break.
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not. I don't know enough about. I don't know. Is it Drew?
No.
Is that just me?
I don't know who it is.
Okay, we're gonna take a break. Only Homer Simpson drops from
Good
this
idea.
point on.
Good plan.
There you go. All right. When we come back, we'll speak to Kenneth, who's how old is he? 28, Drew?
Yeah.
Fiance is pregnant.
Wait a minute, is that the number I put down there?
Nah, that's who I want to talk to.
Okay.
Why, you little...
There you go. Fiance is pregnant. Is it okay for her to swallow during oral sex? Kenneth is going to be dad, everyone. We'll be back.
LoveLine. Be right back in a minute.
WEBN.
Oh, yeah, right there. It's LoveLine. On WEBN.
Oh, yeah. It is LoveLine. I'm Adam. That is Drew over there. And phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. And here we go back to the phones. Kenneth.
Yeah.
You're 28.
Kenneth.
Your girlfriend is your fiance.
Yeah.
She's pregnant. Right?
Uh-huh.
Is this your first kid?
Yeah, my first kid, her third.
Oh. How old is she?
She is 23. She'll be 24 next month.
Oh. Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. Is she divorced?
No.
No.
Of course not.
Was she married before?
No, she just had a couple bad relationships, I guess.
Oh. So, is this her third kid from a different daddy?
3 different dads?
3 different ones.
Yeah. Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. And, hey, this is what you call a pattern here, Kenneth.
Well, I don't know. We've been together for 3 years.
Okay. All right. Are you going to get married?
Yeah, next year.
What about the other kids? You like the other 2 kids?
I love them.
You do?
Why next year?
Right now, the baby's due in October, and we've just been kind of struggling a little bit. And we've been getting things ready for the baby and everything.
What's the struggle? Financially, you mean?
What's that?
Financially, you've been struggling?
Yeah, a little bit.
I wish I understood what marriage actually meant to a couple like this.
What do you mean?
I mean, they're committed to each other, supporting each other through tough times. They're organizing for the kid. They're nesting, but not ready for marriage right now.
Well, I don't know.
What does marriage mean?
Are you not married? Not married for readiness? Are you not ready for marriage, Kenneth?
No, I think I am, and she's been wanting it. So
why aren't you doing it? Back to that question.
Get married in 2 weeks.
Get married tonight.
Shut up.
No, but you know what I mean? Why? What is the delay all about? I don't understand.
I don't know. I think I'm a little bit scared, actually.
Oh, okay. So you're not ready.
Well, I am, but I don't know. It's just a little bit scary.
Get your ass together, for God's sake. You're having a child with her. Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Well, he's only 28. He's a baby.
If you leave these other 2 kids, you're going to damage them by getting involved in their life.
Nowhere.
All right, then get married, all right, please?
Are you really? You're not going anywhere?
I ain't going nowhere.
All right.
Get married.
Very much love with this lady.
All right, get married. Get married. Just sign that paper. Just in front of God and everybody. Just make it a gesture, okay?
Okay.
Even if it means nothing, just make the nothing gesture.
Kenneth?
Yeah.
All right. Do you work?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to guess what profession you're in.
Go for it.
Okay.
Framer.
Yeah, I've got to go construction.
Framer.
No. That for about 8 years, but no.
8 years. I could hear it. I could hear it in your voice.
But I'm not into that.
You ain't into that. You did framing for 8 years?
Basically, HUD homes, remodels.
Yeah.
Now,
you're out of that. You're in a factory setting.
Automobile,
yeah.
Tires. Tires, brakes, shocks, and alignment?
All of it.
Yes. Wasn't bad. Hey, Kenneth?
What's up?
You find, now be honest, you do a lot of brake jobs and stuff?
No, not really.
What do you do mainly?
Change oil.
Change oil.
Change oil.
Yeah. That is the quarterback of the mechanics team, the oil changing. A lot of guys think it's the guys who rebuild the carbs or drop the trannies, but it's really the oil monkeys that are sort of the bread and the butter, the brains in the garage, right?
I don't think so.
I mean, you got to pull that plug at the bottom of the pan, and then you got to get the funnel under it so it don't go all over the place.
Regular Einstein.
Kenneth, you had a question?
Yeah. She says it's okay, oral sex and all that.
Now that we've set up.
Right.
And I was just curious if it would hurt the baby in any way.
Oral sex?
If you gave her oral sex?
No.
If she gave you oral sex?
Right.
No. It'll hurt the other two kids when they walk in. That's a few years of therapy. But the one that's in her won't know.
How would that hurt her baby?
I don't know.
You don't want to poison the kid.
Well, no, this is my first baby, and I don't know nothing about it.
All right, you can do whatever you want. It's fine.
Okay.
Enjoy.
All right, Kenneth?
All right, I've got another question.
No more kids after this one.
What's your other question?
Okay, it's for Adam. Okay,
Yeah.
We've been together for quite a few years, okay, and we started listening to you guys probably about 2 years ago, and we heard on there that Adam wanted to fart on some girl's head, pay her $500. I just
What
wondered.
happened to that?
Yeah, what
She was-
happened
she
to
was
that?
from Arizona.
Oh,
wasn't she?
Ann kind of put the kibosh on that.
Wouldn't let you do it?
Wonderful producer, Ann. No, she didn't. She wouldn't not let me do it, but I had somebody wanted to come out and do it or something, and she kind of, I may be wrong, and I know if Ann's listening, she's pissed, but she was kind of dragging her feet with it or something. Is memory serving?
I think the girl sort of didn't follow up on a call, and we were instructed to drop it. Remember?
Something like that. I'd still like to do it. Oh, maybe Howard Stern has done it since then or something like that, though.
Well, you can do up Howard Stern.
I could fart on Howard Stern?
Why not?
I think it costs more than $500, but
Unacceptable.
there you go. But hey, Kenneth, good luck with the family and the oil changing and the diaper changing and the whole nine yards.
That was not Homer Simpson.
No, that was the baby from the Family Guy. Was it? Am I right? Very funny show, that Family Guy. Recommend it highly. Joe.
Hey, how's it going?
You're 20.
Yep.
You've been having sex with your girlfriend for 10 months.
Well, we haven't been having sex. We've been like, just like oral sex and like just, I guess you'd say dry sex.
Right.
Because
that's my brand of sex.
Yeah.
Dry sex, yeah.
In the beginning of last year, I had intercourse with this girl, and then I had a scare. Had like an ingrown hair by my genitals, and I thought it was something else.
Right. So now you're just having dry sex and oral sex?
Well, then I got together with this new girl, which I'm like really in love with. And,
yeah.
And we've been together for 10 months, and we've tried to have sex 3 times. The first 2 times, like, I just got scared and.
Yeah, you lost it.
Yeah. And
all right, hold on, Joe. We have to take a break. It's funny when guys can't get it up. Always takes them 15 minutes to get that
say it
to get that out.
Yeah.
They don't have problems talking about anything except for the get it up part, and then it just becomes some sort of commencement address.
We had to think of all the different ways they express that.
It's always the long way.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back. We'll get to Joe. Figure out what's wrong with his backer after this.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Phone number's 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
WEBN.
We're not keeping you up, are we?
I'm pitching a tent.
Oh, that's good. It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
Little ladies.
Hey. All right. We'll take a little. Let's talking about number 2. We'll take a little 10-second break, and we'll be back with more of the fabulous show in just 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio
Station.
We're the G-spot on your radio dial.
Oh, you're right there.
LoveLine on 102.7.
WEBN. Cincinnati.
Yep.
Like
LoveLine.
We're talking about bear tracking or something here.
We're talking about number 2 and gas, and it's really one thing. Here's what I want to say. A lot of people listen to the show. They think we disagree on everything. And we do disagree on quite a few things, and we do argue about a few things. But one thing we both agree on is farting and number 2 and all that stuff is just funny. It's just funny. And as I've said before, I thought farting was funny when I was 5 or 6, and I figured, all right, by the time I get to junior high, I'll be over this. And then I was 14, and I was laughing when I farted. And then I thought, well, all right, it's a puberty thing. But as soon as I get a little bit older, then I was like 19, and I was laughing. And now I'm 35.
Doing TV shows about it.
Doing TV shows about farting. And it's just as funny as it ever was. And now I've just come to grips with it. It's that's it. It's a way of life.
It's a chronic condition.
It is. It cracks me up every time, and I tend to enjoy people who enjoy farting. And I don't trust the man who doesn't. And I know you guys don't trust me, but I don't trust you. So what do you think of that? You show me a guy who doesn't think a fart is funny. I'll show you a gay guy or a wuss. There's something wrong with that guy. I don't want to spend any time with him.
And I'm telling you, right around 5, 6, my sons,
yeah,
they are into it.
Oh, good.
I mean,
means they're straight.
Into it.
That's good.
Oof.
Yeah, I like guys who are. I'm disturbed by those who are disturbed by it. I mean, my partner Jimmy Kimmel, I was driving home with him last night. He locks the doors and rolls the windows up and locks the windows in the car, then starts to farting and then laughs like a madman while he drives, and I squirm in the passenger seat. He's even been known to turn the heater on just to get something flowing. And he didn't start the door locking until I would actually open the door, while on the freeway.
Right.
And I'll flap that thing around going 65 miles an hour. So he decided, boy, what a way to go.
That's funny.
You're talking to a California Highway Patrol guy. What happened? I broke the wind. Yeah. And then I locked the window. Yeah. So Adam opened the door and the draft sucked him out. We're going 70, and I think a semi ran him over. And, it's sad. Don't tell us, folks, what happened. We'll just say we found him by the side of the freeway. But, yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I'm glad you're on board. And listen, if a doctor gives it the green light, it's funny. Joe?
Yeah.
You're 20, and you've been having sex.
Well, we haven't been having...
Yeah, right. Right, because one time you had sex, and then you got an ingrown hair, and you got a scare.
Yeah.
So now you don't have sex, but 3 times you've attempted, and 2 of the times you couldn't get it up.
Well, actually... Like all through, like right before we had intercourse, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, it just lost it, I guess.
Well, and once that happens once, you're going to be convinced it's going to happen again, and of course that anxiety makes it happen again.
And the bad thing is that that the first 2 times my girlfriend, she thought it was all of her fault or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, she thought it was her.
Yeah, but, Joe, you're kind of freaked out with the sex thing in general, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
I mean, I guess it's just the scare of it happening again.
No. You're freaked out. You had sex unprotected a year ago. You got a pimple on your nuts 2 days later, an ingrown hair. You spazzed out. You're ready to spaz anyway.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Oh, what do you mean I'm ready to spaz?
Most 20-year-old guys could give a rat's ass about an ingrown hair on their nuts. They want to get laid.
Oh, well, it was like a one-night thing that it happened, so I was just scared about...
He's not going to answer.
Okay. All right, Joe, you have issues with sex. Are your parents very religious?
No.
What's your nationality?
I am Caucasian, and I have Filipino in me.
Uh-huh. And is there any cultural thing that says you should wait to get married, or it's evil, or something like that?
Oh, no.
No. Okay. No. And do you have low self-esteem?
No.
Okay. You feel good about yourself?
Yeah, I feel good about myself.
You're an atheist? Your parents aren't putting any pressure on you?
Yeah.
All right. Then you should be able to just have sex. Put the condom on, have sex. You're uptight. There's something going on with you.
Okay.
Look into that.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
It's a lot of possibilities. I mean, he may just have a generalized anxiety problem of some sort, panic or anxiety disorder, and it depends how severe it is, whether or not that would need to be treated separately. Certainly, he should be talking with his partner about these feelings and have her calm him down, make him feel accepted and okay should he have any performance problems.
It's tough when you're young, too. Your penis is very sporadic.
Dysfunctional.
A little spotty. Yeah. Works sometimes, doesn't work other times. It's a crapshoot.
Then don't go back to that.
If you get any crap on it, that's you're putting it in the wrong place. But you don't know what's going on. And you get older, you really learn the penis. The penis works well. You don't have the highs, but you don't have the lows. You kind of even out. And what happens with the penis, it just kind of reminds me of like an old boxer or something. Maybe not in great shape, maybe not the knockout power he had, but just like can go in there and bang around. You know what I mean? Knows he's going to make it a few rounds. He can hang on, kind of like what Roberto Duran has been doing for the last 5 years. You could jog further than Roberto Duran could, but if he got you in the ring, he has so much savvy and so much just sort of technique that's just been sort of whittled into him. He could be drunk, he'd still probably beat you. You know what I'm talking about with the penis, Drew?
Right, it's technique.
It's like technique meets experience, meets confidence, meets I don't care.
It finally has become wise.
Yeah. And now it's like I said, you throw out the high score, you throw out the low score, and it's just you and your penis now. Wiener wisdom. Thank you. Thank you very much, Anderson. All right, where are we? But I remember being 18, 19, and it's like, I'd be looking down at my penis. You know, the girl being bad, I'd be in the bathroom. I'd be pull the sweatpants open. Listen, I don't know what your plan is, but let's get on the same page.
You'd have the
I don't need any surprises
same
here.
talk when you're sitting in history class getting ready to go to the blackboard.
That's right. Same sweatpants, by the way. Listen, I don't know if you have any ideas.
But now's not the time.
I don't know if the American Revolution is something that stimulates you or not. I hope not. And let's just get through this. And the penis is like, it doesn't cut deals when you're 18. It's like, sometimes I got a boner, and that could be when you're at the blackboard. And sometimes I feel like taking a nap, and that could be when you're with the head cheerleader. It all depends. As a matter of fact, here's a promise I will make you. This is the penis talking. If you can get that head cheerleader into this American history class between, let's say, 9:30 and noon, Monday through Friday, I'd be there for you. But a couple of Mickey's Big Mouth in the park, dog may have crap somewhere in the vicinity, truck running, I don't know. That's iffy. Now, the penis works fine. Fortunately, it's of no use to me anymore. Jack?
Hello?
You're 22.
Yeah, I am.
What's going on?
I've never had a girlfriend, and even more than that, lately I've been just having a lot of trouble just like talking to women beyond small talk. It's really difficult. Whenever I get that feeling like, hey, I should ask this girl out, my mind just sort of freezes up. And I need to know like if it's me or if I'm just not meeting the right women. Or
do you have difficulty in social situations in general?
Not really. I did in high school, but that was high school.
Have you ever dated at all?
Sorry?
Have you ever dated at all?
A few times I've been out with a woman, but it was never like really romantic,
Can somebody set you up? Is it the problem getting to the dating point?
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Once you are dating, would you still freeze up, you think?
I don't know. I've never been, it's never, like I said, it's never been really romantic, so I don't know if I would still be the same way.
Sure makes, go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, he's got to start a band.
Well, that would do it.
What's the furthest you've gotten with a woman?
Not past the first date, I would say.
And so, have you kissed a woman?
No.
No. Wow. 22.
Yeah, well, my high school situation was really bad. And so I did what you guys say on the show a lot. I delayed my gratification. I just tried to do really well in school and go out of state to college. But then, once I got to college, I just couldn't do it then either.
All right. Well, quit hearkening back to high school, though, because that wasn't last semester. You've been through college.
Yeah.
Are you done with college?
Yeah.
Didn't get any trim in college.
No.
Oh, see, here's the problem now, Jack. Now you're your worst own. You're your own worst enemy. Guys, women smell this on men and love to dig it in a little deeper. It's kind of funny. men do it to men. They don't do it to women. Meaning, when a man sees a weakness in another man, a guy, kid who's not getting along, a little clumsy, a little awkward, he'll go pick on him. That's what high school's about.
Yeah. Women do that too.
Women do it too.
But a woman that's in trouble,
men will
swarm.
Yeah, it's really it's like a gazelle is falling behind the pack, and the hyenas are going to have at her. All right, so Jack, you need some confidence, and that's going to come in the form of a hooker.
Well, now wait a minute. What are you doing with your life right now?
Looking for work at the moment. Just graduated from college, and I'm looking for work.
Are you planning to go to graduate school or anything like that?
Maybe. I'm going to probably take a year off and then decide if I'm going to want to go.
I remember I was just pathetic in college. And in graduate school, suddenly I felt like I had a purpose and a direction, and it made me really feel much better about myself.
Did you say erection?
Direction.
Oh, I see. And, Jack, you're going to go out and look for work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with having a little money and a little responsibility. Plus, you might... What kind of work are you looking for?
I haven't decided what I want to do for a living yet.
Yeah. What do you look like?
I'm pretty not ugly, but not like GQ either.
Right. But there's nothing wrong with you.
No, I'm a little short, got glasses.
That's all right. Women are very forgiving in the physical department. Here's the thing about women: they like good-looking guys, but they'll go out with one who isn't.
Yeah.
As long as he has other things going for him.
Yeah.
Except for that ain't Jack.
Yeah.
Jack needs... you know what Jack needs? He needs a little experience, a conquest or two, and he needs a few things to start going his way.
I agree with you.
And he's got to get out there and make things happen.
But he may have a true social phobia, which, if that's indeed the case, needs treatment.
Okay, but what is it that lets you go on job interviews?
Yeah, and he doesn't.
That lets you go to college
and to call
and call radio stations.
Right. So that's why I didn't push that one too much. So.
Okay, he just needs to go out and get lucky.
Maybe he ought to work on himself. Maybe he ought to start working out, get the LASIK procedure in his eyes, get the glasses.
Contact lenses.
Out actually, but I haven't done anything else.
You've been working out. Okay, let me tell you what you need. First off, you need a new wardrobe. There's these new pants. They're called Jordache.
Jeez.
Jordache jeans. They go right up your butt crack. They really make your ass look tight. And then you need boots, cowboy boots. And you tuck these really tight jeans into the boots. Are you writing this down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Then
Jack has good judgment, too. I like that.
There are these suspenders. They're rainbow colored. You may remember them from Mork and Mindy.
I think I had those.
They had some buttons on them and
for,
stuff, and like arrows and hands and stars and stuff. You put that on, and you wear that over one of those French mime shirts, long sleeve stripe, collarless sort of sailor, sort of French sailor, very tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tuck that into the jeans, and then wear a belt. And as far as you can tighten the belt, go one more loop. All right, Jack.
I'll give that a shot.
All right, Jack. Good luck.
All right.
Thanks.
Good luck to yourself. All right, there you go.
Let's keep moving here.
He'll be fine.
Come on. Keep going. I know it's hard.
Lisa.
Hi.
You're 17.
Yeah, I am.
What's going on?
Well, I went out with my ex-boyfriend for 16 months, off and on.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended contact with him almost a month ago. And since then, I've been dating and kind of seriously seeing two different people.
Simultaneously?
Yeah.
How serious could that be?
No, not very seriously, but just starting something.
Okay.
But it's not making me happy, and nothing is, and I'm just getting more and more depressed ever since I...
Why did you break up with the first guy?
Well, it never was exactly a very good relationship.
What was the problem?
There was a little bit of an age difference, and...
How old is he?
11.
No, he's on 23.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What else?
Well, first when I started going out with him, I lied to him about my age. And he didn't find out until my father let him know about it, about 9 months into the relationship.
That's comfortable. I wish I was there.
How was the relationship going before that happened?
It was going pretty good.
And that was what set it off course?
Well, he forgave me, but I never really forgave myself for it.
That's
BS.
Yeah, you saw that on a daytime talk show, or you read that in some crappy Red Book or something.
Right.
There's nothing.
That has no meaning to us.
There's nothing I've ever done that anyone's ever forgiven me for that I wasn't over the second they forgave me.
Well, I didn't get why he forgave me because I wouldn't have forgiven myself if somebody for.
You didn't trust that. You didn't trust that he forgave you, and you had to do something about that.
Okay, listen.
It just wasn't going. It was going horribly.
Okay.
We were both seeing other people, but.
Okay, well, Lisa, you this is chaos, right? You like a little chaos with your relationships, right?
I don't know.
Drama.
You like to mix things up.
Drama.
You don't like to put together too many good months without stirring the pot a little, right?
I don't usually last very long in relationships.
Right. Okay.
Because why?
I don't know why.
And what do you normally do to sabotage them?
No, I don't.
Start seeing other people?
Right. Right?
I don't know.
All right. Okay, goofball. I'm hanging up on you if you don't start answering me.
I pretty much, see, the way that it is I pretty much have always been able to pretty much choose who I wanted to go out with.
Uh-oh. You good looking or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
I didn't trust her.
Yeah, this one guy she can't have.
But I want to be with him, but it wasn't a exactly very healthy relationship.
Yeah, Lisa, you got.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Here's what I don't trust, Drew. How does Lisa know what a healthy relationship is?
This is the point. Well, believe me, I'm not endorsing the one that's just gone by. Lisa, you maybe no relationship for a little while, a little growing up here.
Could
really
you do that? Can you?
Because none of these are real.
Is it okay not to be wanted for 4 months?
Yeah, none of these relationships. No.
Yeah. What is up with you in that?
Well, in my life, I had to grow up really fast.
Why? What happened?
My mother died when I was 11.
All right.
And I have a younger sister, and I've always had to be there for her. And my dad is a workaholic, and.
Okay, so you've had some really significantly abandoning experiences, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel depressed when you're alone?
Yeah.
Okay, so your way of managing this depression and these feelings of abandonment is to fill it with relationships and people that want you. You got to have everybody wanting you all the time. As soon as they want you, you don't want them anymore either. But you got to get this one guy to the point that he really, really wants you, and then you'll dump him too. Because you have to be in control of that. You can't stand to be in a position where you could be abandoned, so you have to do the abandoning first. I know it doesn't make sense and sort of counterintuitive, but that's kind of how people behave. And that's why I'm saying it's time to grow up. She sounds about 14.
Right.
And you need to take some time and really just be out of relationships, not get locked into the same dance you're in. Figure out where you want to go to college, move away to school, get a new peer group, focus on what you want to do with your life.
Come on.
Yeah.
Karen?
Yeah?
You're 20. What's happening?
I'm in love with my best friend, and she doesn't know, and she's totally straight, and my parents know that I'm a lesbian, and they just don't like it.
They don't like you being a lesbian?
Right.
Does your friend that you're in love with know that?
That my parents don't like it?
Do your friend...
That you're a lesbian?
Yeah, she knows.
She knows you're a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
And why don't your parents like it?
Because they're just weird like that.
Uh-huh.
They're...
How long have your parents...
super religious and stuff.
How long have your parents known?
Since I was 15.
15.
Payback.
I picked that.
Payback time. What'd they do to you?
Kicked me out.
Why?
When they found out you're a lesbian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what'd they do to you before that?
Oh.
Why were you pissed at them?
Why was I pissed at them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah. Come on, why'd you tell them you were a lesbian at 15?
Because they kept trying to tell me to be honest with them and stuff about everything, so I just decided I would be.
Were they getting involved in all your stuff? Getting in the,
Yeah.
too intrusive?
Yeah.
That can piss you off, can't it?
Well, it's always been kind of abusive and stuff here.
Oh, okay. Well, except for that, I guess there's no reason to be pissed.
Except for the abuse?
Except for the abuse, yeah.
Shut up.
Listen,
thanks for being a good sport.
Yeah. I've never talked to anyone who told their parents they were gay or straight before the age of...
26?
I was going to say 55. No, I mean... we haven't on this show spoken to anyone who came out to their parents before, really 25.
Well, before 20. Certainly before 20.
Oh, hell, they go
college.
They go off to college somewhere, and they still don't. They still don't.
Yeah. Unless there's a reason.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the way it works in 90% of the cases. Either it'll kill your parents, and for that reason, there's no way you're telling them, or it'll kill your parents, and that's why you're going to tell them. And then there's the 10% who have sort of liberal atheist parents who don't really care. Like, my parents, I'll blow a guy right at the dinner table. They wouldn't care.
No.
That's a Corolla ritual, isn't it?
No,
it's been passed down through the generations. Yeah. So all right. So Karen, your parents, what kind of abuse did they perpetrate on you?
Physical and sexual.
Oh. Other than that, you have no reason not to like them.
Yeah.
Other than physical and sexual abuse. Okay.
Oh God.
Wow.
Sorry?
And they're religious people.
Yeah, they didn't used to be so much, but now they are. It's like
Were they drug addicts?
that Moody or whatever, like those Bible stations on the radio.
Who sexually abused you?
My brother, my dad.
And your dad.
Yeah, and a little from my mom, but not much.
Mom.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
What did your mom do to you, if you don't mind me asking?
Huh?
What did your mom do to you?
She's just like, she hits me a lot, or she'll yell at me, or she'll just like touch me every now and then.
Touch you like
sexually?
Yeah.
That is
not
bizarre.
Much anymore. She has a boyfriend now.
Oh my God. Mom abusing children is a very rare, unusual thing.
Yeah, I mean sexually.
Yeah.
Well, I think my mom's kind of schizo.
Okay, so Karen, you have 1,001 reasons to hate your parents, and 2,000 reasons to be lesbian.
That's Adam's new book.
And 100 gazpacho recipes. Okay, so what's that? 1,001 reasons to hate your parents, 2,000 reasons to be lesbian, and 99 gazpacho recipes, and 45 corn muffin recipes. Okay.
Only got 2 of those.
All right, hey, how much therapy have you gotten,
Pick
Karen?
it up at your lava lamps and
Simply Lava Lamps and Cock Rings. That's the name of my next venture. All right, have you gotten some therapy, Karen?
I've been in and out of hospitals and residential places.
Okay, baby.
Okay, all right.
All right, listen. Forget about this best friend of yours.
Yeah.
I know
don't do
you're in
it.
love. It's going to be another source of frustration and pain in your life. Just therapy. Read some books, meditate, get into the whole thing, burn some incense, and find yourself.
Take your
meds.
Take your meds and find somebody who wants to be with a woman.
Right. Somebody who really wants to be with you. Not your friend that you're going to sort of hoodwink into it.
No, that's going to be a mess. No, everything's going to be a mess. Oh, listen, when your mom, dad, and brother, and then,
poor Karen.
Yeah, I mean, what must your reality be like? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if you really look at it, your reality is just sort of where you are and what you see and what you get and where you grow up. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and who you are in relation to other people is that, right? And so whenever she gets involved with other people, all of that wreckage comes in with her.
Yeah. All right. But I bet she'd be one hell of a stripper. I really do. All right, Drew, let's take a break.
Please.
When we come back, we'll speak to Steve, who's 23. His ex was into being strangled during sex. Also into using strange objects.
Good boy.
He wants to know why.
Is it full moon?
No. Crescent.
Just Sunday.
We'll tell him why after this.
When you look at their faces, you will see it loud and clear. Dedication, commitment. These are the qualities shared by everyone who has ever played or coached high school football. It's about working together and doing whatever it takes to earn a little respect. Most of all, it's about enjoying yourself, win or lose. The NFL is proud of all high school football players and coaches who give their all. While the kids get more than a few football thrills, it's even more important that they learn their share of life skills. High school football, it's in all of us. This message furnished by the National Football League.
Oh yeah, everybody now.
LoveLine will be right back. WEBN.
Man turns animal for the erotic pleasures of women.
It's LoveLine. All right.
WEBN.
Just explaining, Drew, why I'm superhuman during the commercial break.
That's your usual conversation, then.
Yeah.
Why you're great, why you're a genius, why you're superhuman. It's all the same.
I like to
vary it.
I like to vary it. Sometimes I'll just focus on the physical side.
Yeah, that's what we just went through.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, once in a while,
genius.
I'll work the genius, the intellectual side.
Mind you, genius.
I like to break it up.
Yeah.
All right, so you got all that, Drew?
Oh, yeah. Yes, you're well.
To a certain point, then the train's going to stop and you have to get off.
Just make sure I'm sort of, I got my wings and I can glide for a little while by myself.
No, you know where I'm letting you off? Palookaville.
Where the hell's Palookaville?
I don't know, but I used to say it in the 40s, I think.
Seriously?
Yeah, do you remember that?
No.
Okay. Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your ex was into being strangled during sex and you using strange objects on her?
Yeah.
What are strange objects?
Well, the whole object thing was more when we were drinking, and drinking quite a bit, and that was just kind of a... yeah, just later on. I was more curious on the strangling.
Hey, Steve, what would be one of the strange objects you've used on her?
Bottles and different types of maybe a weapon or two.
What kind of weapon?
Pretty weird. Shotgun.
Oh, my God.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Pretty weird, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a cop?
No, not at all.
All right.
But anyways, and that happened less often than the strangling.
So what is her history? Where does she get all this?
I don't know.
This energy.
That's kind of why I'm calling. What would be like a...
Well, I sprinkle a little physical abuse or sexual abuse, and
I think she worked. She must have worked at Army surplus store at some point.
That would probably be it.
Would you say that'd be it?
But the fact that she needs all that stuff in order to, I mean, there's lots of theories as to why people need that kind of thing in order to feel connected, to feel better. Yeah, we'd have to talk to her.
Well, but don't you think this is kind of a layup?
Yeah, I would say sexual abuse. I mean, that's
or abuse.
Abuse,
physical abuse, sexual abuse. Someone was rough with her at some point, and now there's a sort of recreation going on.
What we don't know is whether or not that kind of abuse in childhood sort of overstimulates the brain to the point that in order to feel stimulated again, it's like you burned out the stimulation centers, let's say. And so to get going again, you have to use that same intensity of stimulation to even get somebody sort of aroused.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. When your uncle's banging you at 7, you've pretty much peaked. Where do you go from there?
Well, it just burns out those arousal centers, so to speak. Or is it just that you need to master those things, so that's the only place you're wired to go back to in order to have a connected relationship, and it's too painful to go anywhere else?
I'm going to go with the master theory because it is connected with the act that was perpetrated on you before.
Right. It's not just random
Otherwise, it's like, it's not, let's just get on a roller coaster where people can watch.
Right.
It's like, it's got a violent, familiar nature.
And what I've not seen is an explanation where that biology comes in that sort of locks it into those original events. And some sort of circuitry is sort of hardwired right then.
It comes from Haiti.
Okay.
That's where that biology comes from.
I've been wondering where it came from.
Brian?
Yeah.
You're 17.
I have this problem with an older woman. First of all, I have like 3 questions. One's for you, Adam, and one for Drew, and one for both of you.
Go ahead.
Adam, do you really smoke pot?
I certainly have, yes.
Do you still smoke pot?
Yeah, actually. Well, let me think. Let's see. What day is it, Drew?
It's Sunday yesterday.
Sunday.
How many hours? Wait, today? Wait, it's 11:30.
Oh, yesterday.
Did you ever get to smoke a bong load in Drew's car?
No, I never did. I
Were you
never
gonna
did
do that? That must have been when I was gone or something.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I got stoned and forgot. Now, listen, everybody.
Oh, is that when you had my car? What you were going to do?
Actually, first thing I did was I went to Tijuana to buy tile. In it, like a cheap tile over there, and you got a big trunk.
Yeah.
And I figured while I was waiting for the guys to load the tile, I'd have a bong load, in go in Ensenada or something. Listen, hey Brian.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing, and I'm going to be perfectly clear about this.
Yeah.
I feel part of my job on this show is to be honest. I really do, but I don't want to endorse certain things, and I don't want my honesty to be looked at as an endorsement of certain things that I don't necessarily agree with for everybody.
Yeah, well, I don't smoke pot because you do. I mean, you're not like my role model. You're cool and everything, but
you're looking for a reason to continue smoking pot every day. I mean, I can just hear it in your lung function.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
you got bronchitis, chronic bronchitis.
Here's the deal.
Hear it.
Wise ass.
Chronic bronchitis? How can you
All
tell
right.
that?
Drew, what the F was I talking about?
Go ahead.
Oh, shut up. I was trying to make a goddamn speech here 5 minutes ago, and then we got into bronchitis.
You don't want to endorse certain behavior.
Oh, I want to explain it because I know how things get, and I want to be honest, but I don't want people to think I have a drug problem.
Go ahead.
I go to a party like I went to yesterday. There's a joint going around, and someone hands it to me, and I take a toke off it. But I don't buy the stuff. I don't go out looking for it, and months will go by without me partaking. On the other hand, I may go to a party Friday night, and someone may hand me a joint, and I may go to a party Saturday night, and someone may hand me a joint, and that means 2 nights in a row. And then 2 months in a row go by, and nothing. That is basically it, and I don't do it when I'm working, and I don't do it when I'm driving, as far as you guys know. So, Brian.
Okay, for Drew.
You smoke a lot of weed, though.
Yeah.
All right.
We can hear
and I never smoked pot when I was 16, 17, 18.
Uh-huh.
I was like a jock.
Yeah.
I didn't become a burnout until later. So here's the deal. I don't think it's good for people, and not necessarily at 17, but yes, at 17, but especially 14. I think there's a big difference between an adult doing it responsibly, just like I think there's a big difference between an adult having a couple of cocktails responsibly and a 15-year-old getting drunk. And, Brian, you got momentum with this weed. I can tell by that laugh.
The laugh and the coughing.
It's going to cause you problems down the road. I'll guarantee you that.
I want to quit, okay?
I know, so please do.
So you really think I have chronic bronchitis?
Well, I can hear you coughing. I mean, everybody that smokes a lot of pot gets that. It's extremely common to smoke pot every day.
Okay, Drew.
Yeah.
I have bipolar, and I was wondering if you ever worked with or knew anybody with bipolar.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, just a few.
Several 100,000 people. What's your question?
I had an affair with a 38-year-old woman,
Mm-hmm.
and I fantasized about her for a long time. And then we were having sex one time, and she said that she wanted to leave her husband and marry me and have kids with me.
That must have freaked you out.
Yeah, it did freak me out. And so I told her I wanted to stop seeing her. And now I have a girlfriend, and I'm going to this church. And now she started going to that church, and she's been giving her death threats and everything.
Giving the girlfriend death threats.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my girlfriend knows about it. She just said, well, just don't talk to her anymore. I don't want to see you talking to her anymore, or else I'm going to dump you.
Right. Okay. So do that.
Okay, so should I report her or something?
No, just don't talk to her. Listen, if she gives a death threat,
you
report
turn
her.
those in, absolutely.
But
this is a dangerous person, a disturbed person. So she's 38-year-old with a 17-year-old.
Yeah, divorcee. You know how they are.
She's not
Extra
divorced.
horny.
She's not divorced.
Oh, yeah. I got a contact guy, that's all. All right, but number one, Brian needs to stop smoking weed.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah, his bipolar illness cannot be treated on all that pot.
All right. Caitlin?
Yep.
You're 21.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Well, I've been having a lot of pain lately when I have sex with my boyfriend. It's in my abdomen, and I guess it go back a couple months. I was having blood in my urine, and it kind of got brushed off by the doctors and progressed, and it would come and then go away for a little while. And I don't know, about a week ago I was having sex with my boyfriend, and what happened was the muscles tightened up, and I couldn't even, I could hardly breathe even. It was so painful.
And you've had pelvic exams recently?
Yes, I have.
And
I had one right after this.
And that didn't show anything?
Excuse me?
That didn't show anything?
No, they don't know what it was. I went to see a urologist, and they said, well, it could have been a UTI, but they're not really sure.
UTI means urinary tract infection.
Yeah.
And did they treat you with antibiotics?
They gave me an antibiotic. It went away for a day, and then the blood came back.
So
it was a little redder.
And so you were checked for kidney stones?
Yes, I had a CAT scan.
Wow.
And
nothing in the pelvis, no endometriosis, or
they didn't find anything.
No, nothing up the sleeve.
You're heading for a laparoscopy, aren't you?
A what?
A scope where they look in there?
Oh,
Laparoscopy. Have they talked about that?
like a catheter?
No. Well, the gynecologist would do this. Have you seen a gynecologist yet?
No. I see a general practitioner.
But don't you think she should see a gynecologist?
Yeah, I think it's time. I understand the urologist is making sure that there's nothing wrong with the urological
They
tract.
did a test where they stuck something up and
No,
everything was fine.
that's a cystoscopy.
Okay.
I'm talking about where they actually put something in your pelvis, in your abdomen, and look around, look for endometriosis. It sounds like endometriosis more than anything, because that can even cause some blood in the urine occasionally.
That thing Drew's speaking of is called a mag light. It's a large flashlight that the police use. It's sort of a baton. I think it takes six D-cell batteries. They'll warm it up usually before they get it up there, right, Drew?
Yeah, usually.
All right, so she needs to go to a gynecologist.
I think, it's time. It is time.
Get that.
I'm glad the more serious kinds of conditions are the urologic ones, so it's good those are ruled out first.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me just say something to
Caitlin?
No, Marie? Mary?
Yeah, Marie.
I don't know
Marie.
what the difference is. Marie?
Hi.
Hey, you're 21.
Yeah, I'm 21.
What's going on? You sound older.
I sound older? Well, thanks a lot. There's these two guys. One of them lives in New Mexico. He's a truck driver. He's really nice. He's an all-American guy. And there's this other guy he's 28. He lives closer to me, but he's kind of like a controlling freak.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in school, and when he gets done, he's going to be making some pretty good money, but should I take security or happiness?
What's this guy going to be doing when he gets out of school?
He's going to have 2 bachelor's degrees. He's going to be a registered nurse, and I'm not all sure what he's going to school for. He's taking all kinds of classes.
Now, listen, enough said. Once you make registered nurse, that's it. You're on easy street. You're like... I'll give you an example. You remember when Jed from the Beverly Hillbillies was shooting at some food?
Yeah.
He could have hit oil, or he could have hit a degree for a registered nurse. Either way, that's a mansion. That's a couple of cars, maybe a Bentley. That's easy street, my friend.
Yeah, but he's kind of a jerk.
Well, then forget it. No jerks.
Listen, I don't trust a guy who wants to be a nurse, number one. To me, that means gay or mercy killer, or quite possibly both.
He was in the military.
All right, now I don't trust that either. Number 2, 2 bachelor degrees aren't any better. It's really it's like sort of like a poker hand, like bachelor degrees. It's like I got a pair of 3s, I got a pair of 4s, I got a pair of 7s. I got a pair of... You're better with 3.
They just look good on a resume, right?
You can have 5 bachelor degrees. It doesn't make a difference. You choose to go in one direction, you make $35,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the registered nurse, I bet the truck driver probably pulls down as much as the registered nurse if he has, if he's...
he rides Broncos, too. Professional, sometimes.
He does?
Yeah.
Well, there's some extra income. And steady, the kind of thing you can count on throughout the years.
Yeah.
Put the kids through college with that Bronco busting income. Not to mention, this guy's liable to, branch off into calf roping and other lucrative aspects of the rodeo circuit.
The only thing is I'm divorced. And my divorce was based on abandonment. And I'm kind of, scared to even put my foot in the door.
Well, don't be in a hurry, Marie.
Yeah, you're 21. You've already got 1 divorce under your belt.
You sound like you're a 48-year-old...
you sound like...
My psychiatrist said.
Yeah, 48-year-old Vietnam nurse.
Yeah. Just take it easy, baby.
Yeah,
you don't need guys. Don't worry about it. Hey, look on the bright side. Maybe one of them won't like you. Just relax. Take it as it comes. You're complete. You're whole without these guys. Right, Drew?
Right.
All right. We'll be back.
LoveLine will be right back. LoveLine will be right back. WEBN.
Not hard to swallow. We've got a frog in our throat.
Lick it up.
It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
See? Yeah. LoveLine. All right, Drew. This is what I call the lightning round.
All right, let's go.
And here's how the lightning round works. First,
you speed up.
I talk about the lightning round for 11 minutes. Then we take half of one call, and the show's over. Okay. All right?
Let's go.
Now, let me give the rules to the lightning round. Drew, you listening?
I'm listening.
Here's how the lightning round works. I'm going to reach for it. I'm going to touch one of these buttons, right? And we're going to talk to one of these callers, and we're going to pile through all of them as fast as we can or until I get distracted, sidetracked, and go off on a story about high school football.
That should be like about 30 seconds. All right,
okay,
let's go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go, Eric.
All right, here's the thing.
You're 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 months ago, me and my girlfriend go at it 8 times a day.
Right.
And it's like now, it's probably every once in a while it's about 6 times a day, 4, 5, 6 times a day.
Right.
And it's like to the point where after about 3 times a day, I cannot get it up anymore. I just can't do
Fine.
it.
Nothing wrong with that.
And it's I'm totally turned on. I'm ready to do it and everything.
I understand.
That part of my body just does not work.
Yeah. Is she taking this the wrong way?
Yeah, she kind of thinks it's like kind of on her.
Right. Okay. But you got to understand, when there's a woman who needs sex 8 or 9 times a day, and then you cut her down to 3 times, and because it's like, hey, honey, listen, I threw my hip out the 5th time we did it, and I just can't go anymore. She's a freaky chick, and she's going to turn everything in on her.
She's a sexual compulsive.
The whole reason you're having sex 8 or 9 times a day is because she screwed up anyway.
Right, that's right. And so her esteem is way down.
Way down.
And you trigger something that causes her to feel shame or worthless.
Do not argue with her over the amount of times you have sex. Talk about what her feelings are behind that, right?
Yeah.
Still moving ahead the lightning round. Ashley?
Yeah, hi. I had a question.
You're 17. Remind me not to do this tomorrow night.
Yeah, don't worry.
Question. My boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, actually said that I use guys, like, I try to get those hard to get guys to boost my self-esteem.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just kind of struck me.
Yeah.
Because it's the first time someone's ever said that to me. So.
Most people do that. Most 17-year-old girls rely on what guys think of them as part of their self-esteem. It shouldn't be all of it.
It's also a way to avoid real intimacy.
Yeah, but the thing is, I had sex with him, and I didn't want to, and because of that, he's saying that I try to make him happy just so that I can, boost my self-esteem.
Right. Is that true?
I don't know, because nobody's ever said that before, and I never thought about it that way,
Well, you're a pleaser. And maybe it's more important what other people think of you than what you think of yourself.
Right.
All right. That's good with the lightning round. I don't know what you do with that, but stop acting out.
Well, you start
feel worse when you have sex.
When you don't want to have sex with somebody, don't.
Corey.
Yeah.
No, he's still rolling on like a thunderhead. You're 14. I don't know what a thunderhead is. What is a thunderhead? I've heard it.
Big cloud, isn't it?
There you go. Moving right through the town in the lightning round. Corey, my man, 14 on the line. Been on hold for 16 minutes and 59 seconds. What's going on, brother?
Well, all right, I'm going in my second day of high school tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And, my whole first week, I've just had, so many girls, come up to me and I could have had them. But I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But, see, she's 2 years younger than me. And all the girls over there are older than me, and they all want, to get with me, and I haven't, I don't know what.
How's your relationship with your girlfriend doing?
Well, all right, first, it was, doing good, but then she found out, I smoked weed.
Uh-oh.
And then, I don't know, she was kind of, shaky, and I guess she made a promise to her best friend that she'd never date a druggie. And she just found out, but she likes me a lot because I'm older.
That's right. Well, 14, who could blame her? You're 2 years away from a permit. Yeah, you're good as gold.
I was just I've been calling you guys past couple nights, and I couldn't get through, and I don't know what to do.
All right, Drew?
Well, look, if you're into this relationship, stick with it, and don't be an a-hole and go out with other guys or even make plans with other women, rather. And if you're not, and if this isn't working out, you guys are drifting apart, accept that, deal with it, and go ahead and date the people in the new environment you're in.
All right, and easy on the weed, young Asher, if you know what I mean. Thanks a lot, Corey. We're moving on.
You're driving me crazy.
Kara, you're 20.
Swear to God, I'm going to kill you.
You're in the midst of the lightning round.
I have a question. I'll take 2 seconds. I just wanted to know if, say, the condom breaks, how much longer after that day can you take a pregnancy test for it to be
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Mm-hmm. But now, why aren't you taking the morning after pill?
Well, this isn't what happened to me. It's just kind of a question that I've been wondering about. I've gotten different answers from other people. I'm on the pill and we use a condom, so it's something that interests me. But thank you.
Well, if the condom, you're on the pill.
If the condom breaks, you're on the pill. Do not sweat it. Don't cry over spilled sperm. That's what I always say. Let's move forward in the lightning round. We're speaking to Eric. No.
Ernie.
A quick additional lightning round, a last-minute edition. We'll speak to Ernie. Ernie, you're 32. What's happening, my man?
Well, pot it up, please.
Oh, what am I doing? I pushed it.
There you go.
And don't call me Adam. It's Ace.
Okay, Ace. I've got a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew, I've had 2 kids, and I'm contemplating on having a vasectomy.
Yow.
Well,
I'm going to kill you, Adam.
Trying to do some good radio. Would you shut up?
Go ahead.
I hear you. And my wife and I, when we had our second baby, we were having the chances of the baby was going to be born with Down syndrome.
Right.
So at the time, we did not want to have the vasectomy done.
Right.
And she did not have a tubal done.
Right.
And now the baby was born, and the baby's perfectly healthy, and everything's fine. But now we're in this predicament, being that she's already had...
What is your question, Ernie?
Ernie, come on.
I'm here. What I'm wondering is, what are the chances of me having prostate cancer due to having a vasectomy?
There is no relationship whatsoever.
Wow. Ernie, my man's going to be shooting blanks for a couple of 100 years, but other than that, there's no problem. You don't mind a zipper in your scrotum sack.
Get me out of here.
Let's power through the lightning round.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go. We have one more call here.
No.
Eric.
No. You did this one.
I did Eric. What about
6.
this one?
No, you did that with 6.
6?
Christina.
Hi.
You're 23.
Yes.
Using a vibrator?
Yes.
God bless you.
I've been using a vibrator. When I first started using it, orgasms would come just like that. A couple years down the road, it's taking longer and longer. I'm wondering, am I getting a callus or something?
You're desensitizing a little bit, but
can't feel nothing anymore.
That's what happens.
Do you understand?
How long does it take now?
Huh?
How long does it take now?
About 15 minutes.
All right. Use it anymore, they're going to have to put a metal plate in that. You know what I'm saying?
Take a vacation.
Let's move forward. Drew?
All right, let's get out of here.
You want to pee?
Yes.
All right. We'll be back with more of the Love Line. The good Dr. Drew, the Love Doctor, and yourself. Myself, Ace Rockoli. Y'all come back here.
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on Love Line in just a minute or two. Call 1-800-LOVE-191. WEBN.
Keeps you up at night. It's LoveLine, only on WEBN.
You do a good job of what you've got.
I'm going to try. I mean, I don't or I should?
That means you focus on what you're doing.
Oh, it is? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Drew. All right, tomorrow, Elaine Hendricks will be in here.
Parent Trap.
Man, she's been a million things. She's real sweet. Drew's got a real hot crush on her.
My kids do.
Oh, new movie superstar she'll be in. Your kids like her? Oh, good. Make a smooth transition for them when you get married. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station.
Probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment.
Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Engel. Now, please listen to this station longer.